Hello everyone, welcome back to Learn English with Army. In today's lesson, I'll guide you through 18 essential grammar rules to help you write and speak English confidently. Not only will I explain each rule, but I'll also break down every example so you understand how to use these rules in real life. Let's dive right in. First, let's talk about the basics of building sentences. Rule number one, a complete sentence must include a noun and a verb. Example, the bird flew. Here, bird is the noun, the subject of the sentence, and flew is the verb, the action the bird is doing. Without these two, a sentence is incomplete. Rule number two, a complete sentence must also have a subject and a predicate. Example, the angry bird flew quickly across the sky. In this sentence, the angry bird is the subject, who the sentence is about, and flew quickly across the sky is the predicate, what the subject is doing. Rule number three, imperative sentences are an exception. These are commands or requests and don't need a stated subject. Example, go away. Here, the subject you is implied. So, the sentence means you go away. Let's make our sentences more exciting by combining ideas. Rule number four, adjectives describe nouns. Example number one, the angry bird flew. Here, angry is the adjective describing the bird. Example number two, the bird is angry. In this case, the adjective angry comes after the verb is. Both sentences mean the same but are structured differently. Rule number five, a compound subject has two or more nouns. Example, the bird and the plane flew. Here, bird and plane are two subjects performing the same action, which is flying. Rule number six, a compound predicate combines two or more actions. Example, the bird flew and sang. The subject bird is doing two actions, flying and singing. Rule number seven, a compound sentence combines two complete thoughts. Example, the bird sang and the plane flew. Notice how both parts could stand alone as complete sentences, but we connect them with the conjunction and. Now let's break down clauses, the building blocks of sentences. Rule number 8. An independent clause can stand alone as a sentence. Example, the plane flew. This is a complete thought with a subject plane and a predicate flew. Rule number 9. A dependent clause needs more information to make sense. Example, when the bird sang. This leaves us asking what happened when the bird sang. To complete this sentence or to fix this, we add an independent clause. When the bird sang, the forest came alive. Now it's complete. Let's talk about objects in a sentence, direct and indirect. Rule number 10. A direct object is what the action affects. Example, the bird ate seeds. Here, the seeds are the direct object because it is what the bird ate. Rule number 11. An indirect object tells us who receives the action. Example, the bird gave the seeds to me. Here, Me is the indirect object because I am the one receiving the seeds. The direct object is still seeds. Now let's explore passive voice and how verbs work in these sentences. Rule number 12. In passive voice, the object becomes the subject. Example, active, the bird ate seeds. Passive, the seeds were eaten by the bird. Notice how the focus shifts to seeds in the passive version. Rule number 13. The verb to be is necessary in passive sentences. Example, the seeds are being eaten by the bird. Here, are being eaten is the verb phrase that makes this passive. Rule number 14. You can omit the doer in passive voice. Example, the seeds were eaten. This version doesn't say who ate these seeds, which is fine if the doer is not important. Rule number 15. Passive sentences often include prepositional phrases for extra detail. Example, the seeds were eaten after lunchtime. The phrase after lunchtime adds information about when it happened. Now let's enhance our sentences with prepositions, adverbs, and complements. Rule number 16. Prepositional phrases add extra details. Example, the bird, after destroying the feeder, ate all the seeds. Here, the phrase after destroying the feeder tells us when and why. Rule number 17. Adverbs describe actions and answer how. Example, the bird ate seeds quickly. Here, quickly is the adverb that describes how the bird ate. Rule number 18. A subject complement gives more information about the subject. Example, the bird is green. The word green describes the subject bird, telling us more about it. And that's it. 18 essential grammar rules explained with example. Try creating your own sentences using these rules and share them in the comments. I would love to see what you come up with. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Learn English with Ermine for more lessons like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.